for another gold medal this week, having claimed the 200 metres for Australia. Angie Ballard, the reigning Commonwealth Games champion over this 1500 metres. But a tough Swede in Gunilla WALLENGREN, Catherine DEBRUNNER of Switzerland, who finished second behind Ballard in the 200 metres. Madison de ROZARIO of Australia is in this also, wearing number 6. Won her semi-final, bronze in the 800 2 years ago, and that was at T53, which is where she still is.
De ROZARIO and Ballard are great friends, roommates, so look for them to be looking out for each other a little bit in this race.
Susannah SCARONI of the United States, Natalia KOCHEROVA of Russia, semi-final winner Hongzhuan ZHOU of China.
I know you've got a theory about being roommates and how difficult it actually is, but would they look out for each other in this race like you say, or would it be just a case of competition and be friends at the end of it?
Look, I've never roomed with a competitor before. I've never had a problem with it. As Maddy de ROZARIO comes on screen there, she's rooming with Angie Ballard. You'd like to think that the Australians might work together a little bit.
Margriet of the Netherlands, 3:41.36 a lifetime best. Chelsea McClellan with the United States did very well to come up into second place in this semi-final. Also scored for Nigeria, Hannah BABALOLA earlier. Now Catherine DEBRUNNER, silver behind Ballard in the 200 metres earlier in the week. The aforementioned Angie Ballard, the Commonwealth Games champion, winning major championship medals since the 1998 Worlds in Birmingham. Silver in the Europeans last year in this, and the 5,000, and bronze in the 4 for the Swede, Gunilla WALLENGREN. This is a very, very strong field for the T54 women's 1500 metres final.
And no Tatiana McFadden, of course, she's in New York for the marathon in a little while's time, so she won't be in this race. The world record holder and also the championship record holder doesn't go in this race. So let's just see now how they get out of the blocks to start with, as they move up to the line. WALLENGREN, Ballard, DEBRUNNER, McClammer, Vandenbroek, de ROZARIO, BABALOLA, ZHOU, ZHOU and SCARONI. And they get away, and on the outside there, it is ZHOU who gets away very quickly on the outside, the Chinese athlete who leads them out to start with. Ballard coming up on her wheel on the inside as the rest of the field look to make up ground.
It's Ballard and de ROZARIO who are both making a move in the inside, and McClammer behind them, and a real clamor coming from the Chinese who won his semi-final. Hongzhuan to hit the front straight away. The Australians perched very well behind at the moment, with Ballard in second place, and WALLENGREN's also made a move up. De ROZARIO slipped back quite a bit. She's in second last place at the moment, but there's still 3 laps to go. So leading them through at the 300 metre mark, it's ZHOU, then it's Ballard, then it's DEBRUNNER who's up there, then it's WALLENGREN, and it's BABALOLA, but it's all very tightly bunched together at the moment. SCARONI in last place.
Yeah, WALLENGREN there, just packed on the inside, but BABALOLA making a move there to try and get through, to try and get a little bit wider. But ZHOU has now dropped back into second place there, so is Ballard there working her way through with ZHOU. Ballard, of course, the gold medalist already. A bit of motivation there for Catherine DEBRUNNER, though, picking up a second to Ballard in the 200 metres, so expect her to put in a decent effort here as she tries to get up there into the lead. She's currently sitting in 3rd position. She's in a very good position to get around the outside, but there's movement there as the field comes around into the 100 metre home straight. The field packed very closely together at the moment. ZHOU on the outside there has just retaken the lead there from Ballard on the inside, but down the outside there, it looks like it's de ROZARIO who now comes down the outside there to put herself into a very, very good position. She's looking comfortable there, but how much extra yardage is she going to have to make up?
ZHOU, de ROZARIO and Ballard, the 1-2-3 with 2 laps to go. ZHOU holding a line very strongly at the moment. WALLENGREN just moving up, and for a while on the outside Vandenbroek, but what a move that was by de ROZARIO to get into contention.
200 metres back there, it was as if Ballard looked looked around and couldn't see her roommate. She slowed the race up. They all bunched up, and de ROZARIO came through into 3rd position.
It's interesting, the two Australians are right alongside each other. I don't know if they're deep in conversation. They've certainly got the right line for that to be the case. But it's ZHOU who leads at the moment, and de ROZARIO just moving up at the moment ahead of her compatriot Ballard. But it's still a Chinese leader. Look at how tight they are with 500 to go.
Yeah, and it's ZHOU who still leads as they come down. The two Australians closely behind. DEBRUNNER's in there as well, the Swiss athlete. But here they come down the home straight as they look to take the bell. It is ZHOU who comes down the home straight. Here's ZHOU who's moving through now. And then the bell is taken on the inside there. It is also de ROZARIO who's going through 2nd at present. And it's DEBRUNNER who seems to have dropped back a little bit in the field.
ZHOU and de ROZARIO and the two Americans, McClammer and Scaroni, have made a very good move as well. Ballard's just fallen back a little bit. Wallengren is trying to make a little bit of ground as well. But ZHOU, she did in the semi-final. And we've already seen this in the men's decider. ZHOU taking the lead very early on and holding on to it all the way. So 200 to go with ZHOU who's in front. And then it's Madison de ROZARIO. McClammer trying to make a little bit of a move. And there's been a bit of bumping in the back involving the Dutch athlete there, Vandenbroek. But it's still with the final turn coming here. ZHOU who's leading for China. De ROZARIO in 2nd place for Australia. And it's really a main move now for the silver medal, because it's ZHOU who's going to come through. And ZHOU's going to win for China. And what a fight back this is for 2nd place. De ROZARIO might be best. And here it's Wallengren for Sweden. Wallengren 2nd. De ROZARIO in 3rd. And it's DEBRUNNER and McClammer 4th and 5th. But what a victory it is for China and for ZHOU. 3:40.86. She took the lead at the gun and led for the entire 1,500 metres. She's the world champion.
And we've seen plenty of that, haven't we? Athletes going out from the front. We saw it in the men's T54 just a moment or two ago, didn't we? Exactly the same from the Thai athlete in that one. And there ZHOU has gone out, but the Australians in 2nd and 3rd position. I know from the beginning there you thought maybe that Ballard had got herself into a disappointing position, needed to get out wider.
Yeah, I think Ballard got into a decent position off the front when ZHOU shot out from the start there. I think Ballard went to the front to try and take control of the race, and so that the Australians could dictate the race there. I think there was a little bit of collusion between her and de ROZARIO.
Well, they certainly had the right line to be in communication with each other, and ZHOU hitting the front pretty much straight away. De ROZARIO on the outside, Ballard on the inside, and look at Wallengren, the eventual 2nd placer. She was always in a very good position, pretty much right from the start, tucked on the inside in that occasion behind Ballard. But ZHOU, just look at the determination, and you know, there was no teamwork there. She was on her own, the sole Chinese in the final, and then she was the sole athlete crossing the line as Wallengren made the final best to knock de ROZARIO down to the bronze medal, just as de ROZARIO won in the 800 in Lyon 2 years ago.
Well, Wallengren there coming through. De ROZARIO, there is a time of 3:40.87 for ZHOU. Wallengren not far behind there, 3:41.89. And Madison de ROZARIO, well, she comes away with a medal, not the one that she wanted. It ends up being a bronze for her.
So China's great week continues. ZHOU takes the gold, 3:40.87. Wallengren in 2nd place, 3:41.89. De ROZARIO gets the bronze for Australia. DEBRUNNER 4, McClammer 5.